So major injury news out of Alabama today, as starting cornerback Josh Jobe has reportedly underwent foot surgery and he's slated to miss the remainder of the season, which puts Alabama in a bit of a precarious situation regarding their cornerbacks for the college football playoffs. But we are going to talk about why there is a little bit of a silver lining. As always, y'all know the drill. Before we hop into this, I want to hear from you, so hop down to the comments, give me a Y for yes or an N for no. Do you believe that we will see a really strong tandem out of Jalen Armour-Davis and Kool-Aid McKinstry come playoff time? And let me know what you're thinking. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification. I do constant college football content. You don't want to miss any of it. And if you enjoyed this content, be sure to like and comment down below. Those interactions, though they may seem small, are really massive to content creators such as myself, in both getting picked up and maintained by the YouTube algorithm. But with all of that being said, we need to talk about this because this is a major injury with the playoffs looming. Because Josh Jobe returned last year so that he could get another full year of quality college football, and he was somebody that the Crimson Tide were looking to at least lean on from their experience standpoint entering the college football playoffs. Now, the interesting thing about this move is because Jalen Armour-Davis was already hurt, Kool-Aid McKinstry was able to get really quality reps. And now when the news comes out that Josh Jobe is set to miss the remainder of the playoffs, we're sitting in a situation where we have to be thankful as Alabama fans that Kool-Aid McKinstry has gotten the experience he has, because he's played in massive games. I mean, the SEC championship is the biggest game Bama has played in all year, and he has gotten really quality game experience. Jalen Armour-Davis has been missing time due to a hip injury, but he is slated to come back for the college football playoff. And he is going to be an incredibly key piece now, especially with the injury to Josh Jobe. Because the silver lining in all of this is that with Jalen Armour-Davis being down, the Tide have been able to get Kool-Aid McKinstry quality experience, and now that Josh Jobe goes down, Jalen Armour-Davis also has really quality experience from his time prior to injury. So now you're looking at a situation where it's not ideal. It's never ideal to go into a college football playoff game and a leader on your defense from an experience standpoint, because Josh Jobe is a very experienced player. Someone that has that much experience on your defense isn't going to be there. That right there is a bit of a hit, and especially when you mix that with John Mechie going down just a week ago. That right there is somewhere that the Crimson Tide didn't necessarily want to be. But at least on the defensive side of the football, the Tide pulled in Kyrie Jackson, who was an unbelievably highly rated JUCO prospect last year. And then throughout this year, Jalen Armour-Davis being a starter and Kool-Aid McKinstry playing due to injury have gotten experience. So we can at least look towards the defensive secondary, and the two main guys who look to be playing are both guys that have starting experience in big games. So I think if you're an Alabama fan, this news isn't ideal. There's no way to go around this. This was an individual who was really looking forward to these playoff games to be able to continue adding on to their draft capital in Josh Jobe, and it is unbelievably unfortunate that now that's not going to be able to happen. So thoughts and prayers out to Josh Jobe and his family that he has a quick recovery. I know he's been dealing with a foot injury for quite some time, and look, this is what I'll say. It is so hard to continue playing at a high level when you're dealing with a serious foot injury, especially the foot injury he had. So getting surgery, shutting it down, and looking towards the NFL draft isn't ideal, but it's the right thing to do for the young man. So I wish nothing but the best for him and a speedy recovery. But because of that, I'm very interested in hearing from Tide fans, because now we get to see more of the five-star true freshman Kool-Aid McKinstry go out there and make a name for himself, especially against Cincinnati, and I can't wait. Hop down to the comments, let me know what you're thinking. That's it. See ya.